How to build your YardMaster shed. When your shed box arrives, take care in opening the box. By opening your plastic bulk bag, you will find the assembly instructions inside. Use the instructions to ensure all the components are correct before you start the assembly. All fixtures required to build will be labelled inside individual bags. Step 1 starts with the roof assembly. Remove the gable sub-kit from the box and place parts 303, 301, 302 and 501 on the ground to make the rectangular frame. Using bag number 9, combine the front two gables together using the joining piece 303.07. Attach 4 nuts and bolts and ensure it is tightened fully. Using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers, attach the front gable to the side gable parts 301, 302, ensuring that the large 7mm hole overlaps the smaller 3mm hole. Repeat this step for the opposite side. When overlapping the side beams parts 501, count in 4 holes on each part to get the correct overlap measurement. On the flat edge of the beams, use bag 1 screw and bag 12 black washer. Attach the beams together. Rotate the 501 beams, now ensuring the flat edge is perpendicular to the ground when assembled. Attach the 501 beams to the left and right gables, ensuring the large 7mm hole overlaps the small 3mm hole. Repeat this step for the opposite side. At the front of the roof, place part 615 door pelmet to the outside of the frame and parts 603 door tracks to the inside of the frame. Part 615 door pelmet will be positioned in the centre and attached to the bottom of the front gable, and part 603 door track will be attached to the inside, spanning the length of the front gable. Using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers, you will combine all 3 parts together. Use only 4 screws at this stage. For attaching roof panels to the frame, locate parts 203 and 204. When looking at the shed from the front, roof panel part 203 is positioned on the left hand side and roof panel part 204 is positioned on the right hand side. Before attaching roof panels, ensure the roof frame is square. Using the line of holes down the centre of each roof panel, locate the 3mm pre-punched holes on the top of each side gable and attach using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers, keeping in mind the overhang at the front and the rear of the shed also. When both corner roof panels are attached, continue with the centre roof panels labelled 201, ensuring each panel is attached by overlapping the rib of the previous panel. The front of the panel is identified by having a single row of pre-punched holes. Once all the screws are attached on the roof panels, attach parts 504 gutter angle to the front and the rear of the roof to cover any exposed sharp edges. Using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers, attach parts 504 to the ribs of the panels, drilling through the large 7mm hole into the smaller 3mm hole. To finish the roof, attach the white plastic end caps to each corner using bag 2 screw and bag 12 washer. Fit the gaps on each corner. And place a spire clip bag 10 to the screw tip to tighten the screw further. From the box, locate parts 608 front door saddle, parts 408, 409 front base rail, and parts 401 base rails to lay out the size of your base according to the assembly manual. Start at the front, attaching part 608 door saddle on top of the front base rails, ensuring the larger area of the door saddle is kept towards the inside of the shed. Using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers, place 2 screws in each side to assemble the front base rail. Attaching the base rails at the front corner, overlap the larger 7mm pre-punched hole on top of the smaller 3mm pre-punched hole, and add 406 corner gusset on the top before attaching the screw and washer. Repeat for the opposite corner. For the back base rails to gain the correct overlap measurement, count in 2 holes on the smaller edge of one base rail to overlap with the same distance of 2 holes on the other base rail. Press the parts together and attach using bag 1 screw and bag 12 black washers. Overlap the back base rail at the corners and connecting with part 406 corner gussets. Repeat for the opposite corner. Ensure the base frame is square from corner to corner. For the wall assembly, start with the 4 corner panels. Attach to the base frame in the correct layout according to your shed model, which can be found in your assembly manual. This will require one person to hold the panel in position, while the second person attaches the panel to the base rail using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers. Repeat for all 4 corners. If your shed contains a mid-rail, lay parts 403 and parts 402 in a rectangle according to the diagram in the assembly manual provided. To overlap the rear mid-rail, a joining sleeve part 402.89 is used to combine the parts. Parts 402 will slide inside the joining sleeve halfway and is connected using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers. Repeat the steps by adding the remaining part 402 into the joining sleeve. When attaching the mid-rail to the shed, attach the 402 mid-rail to the inside of the walls, placing part 406 corner gusset at each corner. Drill through the pre-punched holes on the wall panels into the mid-rail using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers. Attach the side mid-rail in a similar manner while remembering to add the 406 corner gusset to each of the front 2 corners. Part 403 is placed at the front and attached to complete the mid-rail assembly. Finish off the wall assembly by adding wall panel parts 101 and 102 to your shed, using the layout provided in the assembly instructions. To fit the doorpost part 106 to the front walls, attach using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers. When attaching the doorpost part 106, ensure the rib of the wall panel is kept to the outside, overlapping the doorpost. Attaching the pre-assembled roof onto the walls of the shed. For this, 2 people are required to lift the roof onto the walls. Always wear gloves while handling the roof. Use caution to drop the back of the roof section down first, ensuring the frame of the roof is neatly placed inside the wall panels. Continue to lower the front end of the roof onto the wall panels, again ensuring the entire roof frame is placed inside the wall panels. Once the roof is in position, begin with attaching the 4 corners first, using bag 1 screws and bag 12 black washers. Next, continue to attach all remaining screws around the roof frame to completely secure the roof. Begin the door assembly by laying out both doors side by side, keeping the pre-punched holes for the door handles together in the centre. The top of each door will be represented by having a diagonal line of 4 pre-punched holes. Next, place the door brace parts 620 at the top, middle and bottom of each door. The door brace part 620 will be fitted to the inside of the doors using bag 9 nuts and bolts. For the top brace, only fix the centre hole at this stage. Next, attach the middle door brace to the inside of the doors. For the bottom door brace, ensure the wider edge of the profile is kept towards the bottom. Secure in place with bag 9 nuts and bolts. To attach the door handles, use bag 3 anti-tamper bolts and nuts. Use a pair of pliers to ensure the nut is fully tightened. To hang the doors, place the black plastic sliders labelled part 6071 inside the door channel at the front of the shed. When inserting the black plastic sliders, it is important to keep the extruded tips together for each door being fitted. Attach each door by using machine head screws in the bag 15. Place the door inside the base channel and lift until it is placed on the extruded tips of the black plastic door sliders. Repeat for the opposite door, bearing in mind the door height can be readjusted to suit the surface your shed is on by simply selecting the next set of pre-punched holes on the diagonal line at the top of the door. A safety measure to complete the shed is to place protective caps on any exposed screw tips inside the shed. These will be found in bag 5. It is always recommended to anchor your shed immediately after completion. The anchor kit will be found inside your plastic bolt bag. For the corners at the rear of the shed, part 407 is placed onto the corner gusset. A raw plug, screw and washer is provided. 2 additional anchor brackets are provided and placed towards the front of the shed on each side. Part 407 EA will be placed over the profile of the base rail and fixed to the ground using a raw plug, screw and washer.